Hey folks, Stormcrow here. And if you were to tell me that uh, the latest edition of the GWF would surprise me more than how Raw ended August 29th, that would be a grand understatement. In fact, the day after I read the digital copy of the handbook, and I lost track of how many times I said, "Oh my God, that just happened." 2 days later, I got the cards and was surprised many times over. To start off, the GWF Regime Change 2132, we start off with the return of Commissioner Sly Drury, one of the most infamous heels in recent GWF history. He departed at the start of 2126 with a lot of threats and burning down his neck. But now he's come back to collect on the 2 years he has remaining as commissioner. So he ousted Uritar for that, who had taken over the job at the time. And his card is incredible, despite the fact that he's commissioner. Incredible strength, which kind of is incorporated from his time as Iron Hand. An add 1 on level 2, and an amazing +4 finisher, as well as a move that basically just lets you roll level 3 again to try for the finisher. Then we got his right-hand man, Shayne, who, surprising to me, turned heel this year. One of the many surprises. His Fury mechanic has changed. It's become a one-time only reversal into his showdown finisher, as well as an add 1 on level 3 that's a weapon maneuver that he can be disqualified, but with Sly on his side, he couldn't, and the influence of the referee could be overlooked. And I had mentioned Iron Hand before when Sly was under that role. Well, someone has taken on that gimmick as a member of Sly's security squad, and he is more agile than the original Iron Hand was, with a rocking an agility of -4 plus 2 add 1s. Not to mention the fact that he's teaming up with the Co-Destroyer with the departure of Splatter and the rest of the Future Shock team. Most of the Future Shock wrestlers that have shown up over the past 2 years. So far, the security squad is amazing as a team. Speaking of tag teams, we also get highly anticipated unexpected return of Sly's old buddies Patch and Skiver, and his partner Skiver, Mean Streets. Now Skiver, special case, he did have a card that was only available through the WrestleCon 4-pack, but with his official release, much better. Their tag finisher is now gone from a +2 to +3, and can be altered as a +1 if he's fighting by himself, along with an add 1 that only works if he's got Patch or Fauna in his corner. As for Patch himself, he's pretty good. His speed's gone down. He's taken a hit since his 2122 card, and his finishers have altered. Instead of just picking up 1 slot where you have to roll a die to see which one it is, you got to pick up 2 slots, being a +1 and a +2. And here's one that really surprised me when I saw it in the teaser. Necros, someone who hasn't been around, officially been in the GWF since 2125, but being a vampire, being immortal, he has the opportunity to come back. And amazingly, his finisher is very unique, in which it has a 2 out of 3 chance of working, in which he can attempt to copy his opponent's finisher. If the opponent has more than one, you have the option to choose which of those finishers it is. If you have the option between a tag or a singles finisher, you obviously choose the singles. And if it has the opportunity to miss, you incorporate that as well. Stat-wise, slight improvement in power, but his rope rating is amazingly very slow. Oh, and also, if you roll 10 or 11 when you're trying to pin him, 10 to 12 if you're trying to pin him, automatically gets back up and choke slams you for Undertaker style and goes for the pin. Interesting mechanic, which both of which are used by his great granddaughter Sinful, another nice female vampire, and her stats are a bit better than Necros, as well as a little more agile. Plus, she uses the Lifeblood finisher copy ability, as well as the choke slam reversal, like Necros does. Welcome, a great replacement for Mistress of Darkness, who departed, who disappeared last year. Speaking of whom, she actually comes back this year, completely cured of her previous affliction, and returns as Elina, Helsing's fiance. Amazing agility. Well, she retains her agility, little physically weaker, but aside from her ring rating, A's all across the board on her charts, as well as a roll finisher that could go as high as +6. Potential to miss on a 1, but she has a good chance for a lot of high flying matches that could be exciting. Then we have Witness. When I first saw this guy in the teaser, didn't know who he was or what he was going to do. Turns out it's the guy who was wearing the gimmick of Santos over the past couple of years, since 21-25. Now he's dropped into feud with to accuse Sly Drury of murdering Hector the Holy Brown Bear, who died last year. And that's a pretty good, nice power wrestler with a little bit of agility and a +3 finisher. Lastly, we have Burning Man. First time I saw this guy in the last teaser before the set came out, I was getting an Attack on Titan vibe, but this is much more than I expected. Got 2 moves that actually increase the strength of his finisher. But the thing, unlike guys like Eidolon or Perfect Specimen, Burning Man has no maximum for his finisher rating, so it can go as high as +12. As far as I'm concerned, by that time, he can just rolling the opponent's pin is negligible. So overall, I'd say GWF 2132 is absolutely incredible. Never expected stuff like this to happen, and I'm looking forward to 2133, because I have a feeling something really bad's going to happen, and not even Sly can anticipate what it is. As for what I'm going to do, what I'm going to review next time, I'm definitely going to do something from Chikara. Most likely the King of Trios set that just came out, but it all depends on what I do in the coming weeks. I have some family responsibilities to take care of, as well as plans to attend a convention in November. So I'm going to be a little sparingly in my in how I spend my money in the next few weeks. So stay tuned for that. Until next time, see you later.